Hi everyone, welcome to this class. I'm Dami of 𝐓𝐻𝐇 Exclusive. Today we'll be learning how to make this princess bustier corporate top with asymmetric neckline. So if this is what you're looking for, stick to the end of the tutorial. Thank you for joining us. For all our returning subscriber, and if you are joining us for the first time today, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Subscription is totally free. And also, if you'd like to join my WhatsApp group, the link to the WhatsApp will be in the description box, so you'll be able to request for any tutorial of your choice. So thank you for joining us, and let's get into today's work. So in order for us to draft this beautiful corporate dress now, the blouse, we are going to be placing our fabric, our pattern paper on fold because of the asymmetric neckline and also the hemline that is also asymmetric. So we need to have a full scale body. So first we are just going to be drafting the half scale, then we'll be using our tracing wheel to transfer it to the other side. So I've measured out, I've drawn out the outline, so I'll run us through. This is my shoulder, the shoulder slope, the armhole, this is the chest line, this is the bust line, the under bust line, the waistline, and the blouse length. So once we have this now, the next measurement to be imputing will be the nipple to nipple measurement, which is 6 divided by 2. We have 3 inches. So just going to impute the 3 inches down to the length of the blouse. Connect the lines together like this. So now we can go ahead to impute all the necessary measurements. The bust is 31, so my front bust will be 8.25. So on the bust line, I'll be measuring 8.25 like this. So the 8.25, I'm going to be taking it down to the waist. As we always do, whatever the excess we have, the difference between the bust and the waist is what we'll be using as our waist dart. So connect this line together. So next we'll be imputing the waist that is 6.75 like this. So whatever the difference is, the difference I have here is 1.5. So I'll be using the 1.5. I will divide this evenly on both sides, so I'll be using it as the waist dart. So we have this, and the dart will be stopping 0.5 inch before the bust point. For my bust dart, the difference in the front and the back is 1 inch. So that is what I'll be using for the bust dart, which is also stopping ½ inch before the bust point. So you can go ahead to connect the lines. For this one, I'm not going to be doing the contouring of the under bust, so really just going to be using the regular darts. So we have this. So now we are going to be taking this dart measurement we have on the waist. I'll be taking it down to the hem of the blouse. So I have 1.5, so I'll do the same thing at the hem of the blouse, then connect the line straight down. So then I can impute my hip measurements. My hip measurements divided by 4 is 8.25. 8.25. So I'll mark my 8.25. Don't forget we use that of 1.5. Then I'll add the 1.5 to the 8.25. So I have 8.75. So then I can connect it. So this hip line, my hip measurement plus the dart intake, which is 1.5, that is what I use for the hip measurement. If you use your hip measurement straight up without adding the dart intake, it will be very tight because you have shortened the measurements by the dart intake. So now we can go ahead also to draw out the armhole. Whatever is on the armhole height divided by 2, step down by 1. For the front, you go in by 0.75 or by 1 inch for your armhole curve. Then you connect it together. Okay, so now that we have the basics now, we are going to be transferring it to other side of the pattern paper. Okay, so now we have I've transferred it on both sides like this. This is what we have for the full scale bodice. So the first one we'll be doing now is to be determining the depth of the neckline on this side, how deep we want the neckline to be. So from this, the wideness now, I want the wideness of the neck to be 3.5. So I'll do the same thing on this side also, 3.5. So the depth of the neck on this area, I want it to be 6.5. Yeah. So I'm going to connect the line from here from this place down like this. Then I will make this so I want mine to be I want it to be very sharp on this side, so I'll have this one like this. So this is the depth of the neckline. So this dart now, I'm just going to make it a princess dart around this place. So I'll carefully connect it to my armhole like this. Then I will do the same thing on this other side. So it will be a princess dart. I'll connect it to the armhole like this. So this is what I have for the upper part. So now that we have drawn out the neckline, now we can proceed to the hem of the blouse for the asymmetric effect. But for us to be able to perfectly do that, we are going to first have to close our darts on the waist like this. We just secure it down temporarily with our paper tape like this. Secure the darts on the waist, on the hemline like this. Then do the same thing for this other side. Okay, so we have our darts secured like this. So we can go ahead to draw out so on both sides from the waistline, I'm going to stepping down by 3.5 from the side on the waist. So I'll do the same thing for this other side. From the waist, come down by 3.5. So now the hem line for this side is shorter. It meets somewhere around the center here. So this side is short and this other side is kind of long. So I'm going to be extending this one down by 3 inches. Yeah, so I'm going to be extending this one down. So this one here, from this point, I'll go up by, this one, let's make it to be on this exact length, and this also will come down like this. So we connect it to the center like this, connect it like this. And also for this one, let's do the slight curve. Okay, so for this one now, I kind of extended, we said it be by 3 inches, so I extended it down a little bit because the difference is not that obvious. So I extended it down a bit, but if 3 is okay by you, you can just make it your 3 inches. So you also now, once you've done that, you come to the center here from the waistline, you can step down by 3 inches for the opening in the front. So you just make a slight, maybe like ½ inch on both sides. Do it like this. So this is going to be the opening here. and you make this one to come down to the hem like this. So all this place here, we'll be cutting it all out. Yeah, we'll be cutting it out for this side. So this is what the hem is going to be looking like. So now we'll carefully remove the tape back. So as to cut it out. So what we are going to be doing for this place is our dart leg, we have to extend it down, because you know when we folded it, the dart leg too was included. So we have to extend it down, so it will help us when we are cutting, so that we'll be able to cut. So for this side, you cut to this point, and this after the dart leg, you cut this like this. So this is what the front of the bodice is going to look like. So you can go ahead to cut it. Okay, so this is what it's going to be looking like by the time we cut it out. So this is what the front of the pattern is, of the top is looking like. So you can proceed to draft out the back. Okay, so for the back, we'll be using this piece of pattern paper. I've drawn out the outline, the chest line, the bust line, the waistline, and the hem. Don't forget to use 1 inch as our buster, so this length is shortened by 1 inch. So I've also drawn out the sway back to make the zip relax very well. So you can go ahead to impute the measurement. So the back is bust is 7.5. So now the measurement is starting from this way back. You know, we are cutting this one out. So measure your 7.5, and my waist is 6.25. So we import the 6.25 like this. Then I'll connect it together. So I'm just going to make this one a dartless back. The back will be without that, because if you look at it, let's look at it together. If you measure from here to the edge of the paper, 7.75, and you measure this, you have 7.5. So the only difference is 0.25. So it doesn't make any difference. So we just make this a dartless back. So I can go ahead to impute my hip measurement straight up 8.75, since the back is going to be dartless. But if with your measurements you still have darts at the back, then you can just go ahead and draw out the dart line. But for mine, it doesn't have any darts, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Don't forget, on the front we step up by, from this waistline we step down by 3.5. So I'm going to do the same thing for the back also. Then I'll connect it to the center like this. So this is what the shape of the hem is going to be looking at the back. So we'll go ahead to draw out our armhole. 3.5, step out by 1. For this back, you step in by 0.5 to draw out your curve. Then you have this as your armhole. Okay, so we have this. So this is what the back pattern is going to be looking. So this is the back pattern, and this is the center back, and this is the side back. I'm cutting out two of these and have all the necessary allowances. So thank you for joining us. Please be here to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified. Thank you, and see you in next class.